Hey guys, Greg with the Spa Pros here. Here we are in Garden of the Gods area in Colorado Springs, west side of Colorado Springs. Looking at a hot tub we're going to diagnose here. No heat. So let's see what we're up against. Display says pump ready. No heat as of yet. I just reset the breaker. Temp set at 104, so it should kick on here. There goes the relay. I don't think that should be disconnected. TST. Could it be that easy? Okay. Water temp is 62, and you can see the flashing light there. The heater's in test mode right now. It's a little tough to get an amp draw with these copper terminals are a little tricky to get around. We have so far no amps. I wonder if that clamp is closed all the way. Okay, so you can see that the topside controller thinks that the heater is on right now. So I should have amps right here. And I don't. Heater off and on. Sometimes they don't read well. You can see the heat light is solid, the temperature light. So the controller thinks the heat is definitely on right now. Checking fuses. Okay. Got 240 on one side, 0 on the other. There's an open circuit at the heat element, it would appear. Therefore, the heat element is bad. Which is interesting because usually the heat element will trip the breaker. But I guess since it's stuck open, it's not tripping the breaker. Usually there's corrosion that causes a short and trips the breaker. Just double check before I replace that guy. 0 amps. Heat element going in. I see one shut off. Where's the other one? I need 2 slice valves to shut the water off, not one. I might have to go to that pump. Looks like it. I gotta go to that pump and I bet you there's a slice valve. Fun. Oh man, really? Dang. What good is one slice valve? Oh, that's gonna make it a little crazy. Or a lot crazy. Grabbing the tools I need because this is gonna get wet. So I want to have everything ready to go when I disconnect it. This is not ideal circumstance. Like a lot of hot tub repairs, not ideal. So what do? You deal with it. I could just drain the whole tub and then wait to have it refilled. Can see some corrosion at the terminals there. But it wasn't causing a short, but there is corrosion. That's common. I guess I'll shut off what I can. Stop the water from gushing on that side. Looks like there's a plumbing repair right here. And they left out the slice valve. I feel like there's a slice valve somewhere, but I'm not going to go chasing it. Because it doesn't make any sense to only have one slice valve. Usually you have 2 so you can shut off the water and work right here. Alright, the other part ready. The titanium heat element. There are stainless steel ones that are a little cheaper. I wouldn't bother with them. Just get the better one. You get what you pay for in that circumstance. Start by never forgetting the O-rings. That'll be a leaky problem in no time if you forget those. Main thing you're trying not to do is to get the board wet. Water and electronics, generally not a great circumstance. Definitely don't try this style at home. Just drain it all the way. 2 shiny new gaskets. Okay, let's get loco. Whoa, nice buck. Careful with these sensors. You can do stuff to them and they'll start leaking. You gotta be real careful with them. It's okay if the sensor gets wet. It's actually in the water 100% of the time. This is where you don't want to forget the gaskets when you have to redo this, especially with water dumping out. Don't forget to reattach this. When you do put the heat exchange on, you don't want water shooting up at your board. Okay? Old gaskets don't look terrible, but the new gaskets look much better. But that one's going to stick in there. Let's see if this one will stick in there. Look at that. Okay, now the tricky part. Before I attach that, plumbing lube, sealant lube for the threads. Water's in my way. I almost want to see if you can hold it over so that it doesn't leak, but I'm just gonna put it where I can and go for it. These aren't easy to attach. You don't want to cross thread them. Usually you can feel when it's right and you can feel when it's wrong. Alright, this side looks better. The worst might be over. If you tighten these as much as you can by hand, you'll have the least possibility of cross threading. Use latex gloves, you can grab it quite well and tighten it quite a lot by hand. Make sure those terminals line up. This was hanging, so I'm going to leave it hanging for now. Looks like it could go there, but I don't see anything on the schematic indicating that it's needed. Some kind of test. TST. Test like a pressure test? It's a pressure switch. But usually, if it's a pressure switch, it will say pressure, not test. So I don't think this board is set up to have a pressure switch. That's why it's hanging and not connected. Connect the terminals. Okay, tightening these can be a little tricky. These terminals are just made out of glass. The stems of these terminals are just glass. So you do not want to break them, but they're very easy to break. This might be a good job just to pay somebody to do. There's too many little mistakes that you can make, maybe. But after this video, maybe you have enough info you can try it yourself. But I'm not so sure, especially with the not being able to turn off the water. That could be the limit of a DIY project where you just hand it off to a professional. Don't bother. Don't really try what I did on this job. Just enjoy that professionals can do it. And maybe just let them do it. That is perfect. Now I can tighten it all I want without threatening that glass. I don't want to force it in there either though. Break it pushing it. So this one doesn't get that. It fit on the one on the left, but it wouldn't work on the one on the right. Well, while we're waiting for it to go into test mode, we'll look for leaks. Ooh, we got water close to the board, but not a drop hit the board. Just started going into test mode. I heard the heater relay. At least no leaks where I just worked anyway. Old hot tubs could have leaks everywhere, easily. test, an amp draw, see some water. Alright, we've got amps. Now I identified a small leak. But before I go messing with it, I'm going to turn the board off. Look at that. Didn't tighten that down. Kind of important. Alright, we are good to go. So I'll pack it up from here. I think it's mission success. Drop a comment, like, follow, and share. We'll see you guys next time.